Welcome to Dan ARG YouTube. Pa Hitro say one madman dey shout for social media. He hope say Frank Irabor dey see the man. He also talk say make Monday Okpebholo face the reality for Edo State. Make I leave you make you hear the message wey Pa Hitro bring come today.
I see one madman now. There's another madman now. See shouting. Let me just show you that file I live. There's one madman now. Hold on. I saw it on Facebook today. Hold on. I saw him shouting. Shouting on this thing on social media. Wait now, where? See him. See him. See him.
I'm giving you 48 hours.
See him.
I'm giving you 48 hours to go and apologize to the king of the Benin Kingdom. We Edo people.
You hear him?
And we bring your father here.
You hear him?
You understand? I'm giving you 48 hours
You hear him?
to apologize to the king of the Benin Kingdom. And to apologize to
You hear
the
him?
Benin people.
There was one journalist who interviewed Frank Irabor on the issue of the slap that double thief gave to Albert in London. Irabor denied that he's not aware. He said he's not aware, but we're not aware. Governor was aware. He was receiving governor office. All the people in Benin were aware. Only you was not aware as a secretary. Let's assume that. I hope you will see this one again now. You will not say you're not aware of this again, Abi. And this man that is raking here now, he does security job in the same UK that this young man is living. He did not take legal actions over there. He flew to Benin where illegality is accepted, where hooligans are being given a gift and how do I call it, ranks and positions, honors, Benin becomes a place where the worst strive more than the most intelligent and those who are hardworking in the state. This is what somebody is saying openly, gathering all the fools in this area who he might have given one Coca-Cola, one bottle of any key or beer in the street there, sitting behind him and saying, he should come. Look, I want to say it again and again and again and again. I'm not in support of anybody that will do anything to disrespect any of his seniors. I'm not in support of that. But what I'm saying is that, how come is this riffraff are the one now speaking on behalf of the great house? We have more than 700 chiefs and subjects under our big house. Children and family are more than 800. Relatives, workers. Why are they not speaking? This is so, Ahmed, I have explained to you how Obeseki has problem with these people. Because he never allowed the lion or the tigers to invade the coffer of the Edo economy. That was the problem he has with these people. Now let's go back to the interview that was given to Monday Okpebholo. Because there's some people should call your sons to order. Because I know Benin people. Now me know them. I know them. I grew up with Benin politics. The few one I know, when I know that from Oyegu, Abu Salio, I saw it when they were killing him, using blood to sweep his leg out of Benin. You understand? So, but Oyegu, I follow up the issue. Abu Sali till tomorrow is the best. He never even shot. Now, Obaseki Nai struggle to free Abu Sali that died many years ago for chain to be removed from his grave. Abu Sali was chained in his grave. Oshomen spent 8 years there. He never said anything about that. Ibile spent 8 years there. He never said anything about that. But when Obaseki came, removed the chain from Ovio leg. They say, oh, they don't born as a bad area. You see, that Obaseki was the man that gave state burial to Anene. Prove me wrong if I'm wrong. He was also the first governor to increase the salary of traditional rulers in Edo State. How it was divided might be a problem. I want to go into that aspect. I've said I'm not interested in international issues. Enough is enough. We will face the reality. Face governance. Leave Obaseki alone. You are not seeing from now to 3 years. You won't see Obaseki. That one is very short banker. And none of you have the capacity in Edo or in Nigeria or in the States to request or ask for extradition of Obaseki. Because people have no point of extradition of him. Who would, Tinubu that is have no even have any good record in America? How many countries were the only 2 countries you can speak to is America? No other country can try it. Is my internet not good? It just went off. I don't know why it went off, but all the same. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My conscious Edo people, my intelligent Edo people, my vibrant Edo people. I greet you all plenty. I was not supposed to be out this evening so fast like this, but I decided to do this one very quickly, very quickly, because it's becoming accumulating. Because if I have to wait for some time, it will not be accumulated, and I will not be able to speak about all at the same time. What drew my attention out this evening is the broadcast that took place today in ITV. It's not of ITV. I've never seen them on that kind of broadcast like that. Probably maybe it's a replayed broadcast anyway. But the face I saw there, that was his name, Hamed Momodu, who say he's a specialist in communications in the United States of America. But I am surprised, although I won't be surprised any longer since we've seen fools also living in UK. So probably we can see others too that are not aware, that are behind the time. Greetings, my brother Amas. So there are many people in the US that are behind the time. So for those of you who have not watched who did not watch the program, I would have liked to play it here, but I will play another one that is very important. But I can see if I can be able to play it here, not to obstruct. But let me give you the full story first. The interview was about why this hatred for Obaseki after 366 days out of office. Why are they still shouting about Obaseki? So the first man that was supporting or backing up the Obaseki, no, let me go back to because if I don't go back to it looks as if I'm forging everything that I'm saying, things that are out of point. So I need to go there and see. Let's see whether we can be able to get the broadcast. This is not what I'm talking about. Not this one. Not this very one. Probably I thought as much as an old broadcast. They just reshare it again, you know. When I start seeing people say they are educated. Ahmed Momodu, his name is Ahmed Momodu. I think he said he lives in California or Atlanta. I don't know where he's based, and he was speaking from the US. He said he makes some fabulous allegations against the ex-governor of Governor Obaseki. But I'm coming to my point to why I came here today is that Okpebholo should face reality in Edo State. Let them not deceive him any longer again, okay? The time of Obaseki has gone. It's 1 year plus. As me Udala contested with you, whether you stole the mandate or you won the vote, I'm not interested. So I'm going to be talking to you because you are the state government now. So you need to do something very fast. Do something very fast. Okay, I've been saying it. You are a small boy. You were very small when Abu Saleh was in power, so you don't know exactly what transpired in Bende State, because we don't read history, we don't write history, we don't teach history in schools, right? Okay. So when they were talking about it, this guy was laying emphasis that all the projects Obaseki did, or whatever Obaseki did in Benin, has no direct income to the state government. So I wanted to ask this guy, if I was there in the studio there, I would have asked him, in the United States that he lives, he should mention one of the establishment established by Democratic Party or Republican when they were in power that gives the Americans a revenue in America, apart from taxation. and the rest are all private government establishment offices, George, maybe the justice, the department, the defense, the administrative, agriculture, stuff like that. Those who work in this office, the teachers and stuff like that are on government-owned schools. And even in America, this guy lived at base. The private schools in America are far more than the government established schools in America. Now, he laid some dubious allegations against the ex-governor too regarding Radisson Blue, So for those of you who have not heard this history, this story before, I want to re-emphasize it again, once again, without fear or favor. I am not against anybody. I just want to establish one point to everybody that is listening to me today, that Radisson Blue, I will tell you the story. Oh, God bless you, brother. So, Radisson Blue, let's break it down, because I've never broke it down to this extent before. Every day I like to be very brief in things that I'm saying, just to give you the preambles of what is going on in our society or in our state, Edo State. Radisson Blue, that I used to call the supposed Sheraton, that's what I called it when I was very young. That place has been there for almost 40 years. Okay, for those of you who are not born, might not even know, it has been there for a very long time. It's owned by Chief Esama of Benin, which is a Igbinedion, owns that building that was abandoned for years, Okay, so what am I trying to say? When the idea of MOA was born on how to create, thank you very much for the like, please help me to share this video, please, it's very important. The idea was born to create a MOA. They felt it necessary to have a 5-star hotel. And when you look at the area that uncompleted building was that time, it was very close to the area of MOA too, and was in a very lucrative environment and a very reserved government area, decent area, So the Edo State government approached Radisson Blue Society, their group, their real name, I've forgotten their real name now. They have a lot of hotels in Lagos too. They have in Abuja, they have so many places, Approached them. But these guys wanted to see commitment of the Edo State government. Okay, no problem. You want to do these things, we will give you a place. There's a land or a house. I will see that is a very good structure. The Edo State government spent 2 billion. Those who are lying that we built Radisson this thing with 3.something billion, and the total amount was 4.something billion, and yet we have 20% share in Radisson Blue. No, that's not true. Now, when the government bought this Radisson Blue from Chief Esama Igbinedion, he's still alive. You can verify. When we say things with authentication. 2 billion. Records are there. And even this man told you guys that he left 834 and 836 pages of transaction from his government to the new government. He said, but when he invited you guys more than 2 or 3 occasions, so that they can explain to you how they got to where they are and how they can move forward to meet up the target of year 30, 2030 was the program they said, 30 years program they said for Edo development, to society standard. He said, your hungry men, we are requesting for sitting allowance from the governor that is leaving in less than a week. That even the election has been won by you guys. You were requesting money from the old government to pay you for the sitting, to come and hear transmission, how the hotel understand the program of the Edo District. But they were all digital, you understand? Benin don't come over analog before the country comes back again. They refuse. Now what happened? When they now invite this Radisson Blue associate, they told them, look, we have a house. This house is very good in shape and everything. That just to complete this house, it becomes a 5-star hotel to a standard, So they come say, man, this is just a completed building. Well, the government said, don't worry. We'll guarantee you a loan. The state government took a loan. Okay. Before that time, the government took a loan immediately. And to guarantee those guys, look, we are serious about these hotels. So when they came in, then the government now gave them the land and the house and also sold the loan with the house to them. I don't know whether you are getting what I'm saying now. Now, if, for example, the government took maybe 19.something billion, for example, to complete that or to build that hotel, or to start building that hotel, when they were giving out that hotel free, the government gave that hotel, they did not collect money from Radisson Blue because the government bought it for 2 billion. But the loan that the government took, they sold the loan, they indebted that loan on Radisson Blue. It was not indebted in Edo State government coffer, meaning that Edo State government spent 2 billion naira in Radisson. That was the money they used in paying Igbinedion, Esama Benin. So Radisson now, on completions, went to a tune of 60-something billion dollars, euro. Sorry, what am I saying? In naira, I mean, you understand? 60-something billion to complete Radisson, as I was told, or what I knew. Now, on the agreement that after completion, Edo State government will still have 20% because they owns the land, they own the uncompleted building they gave to them for just. But then, you see, this was not made known to Radisson Blue what that land cost. But seeing that area and the vast land and the house, the Radisson now know that the Edo State government has committed a lot to it and agreed to give us 20% share. It was not the Edo State government that how do I call it, that serviced the loan or paid the loan for Radisson Hotel to be completed. No, it was not Edo State. So let them bring any proof that the Edo State government spent such money. It was a loan, okay, which was now to be paid by Radisson, but yet we still have 20% share. Out of 100, they gave us 20% share in that place there. But because according to Obaseki, say they don't know how to read, most of them are Lilliputians. Okay, say they don't even know what is going on there. So, and not only that, most of them just see any figures, they pronounce it out in the television the way they like, you understand? That was about Radisson Blue. But why did I come out when I said the Okpebholo should face the reality? The same thing applies in Mowa too. But I'm not here to start repeating Mowa and Radisson. No. I'm not here. I'm only here to tell you that the situation we are now in Benin has never been so divided, or the Edos have never been so divided the way we are divided today now. They might look at us and is crying out and is shouting out about the situation that as if we are not interested in development of our people or interested in development of our own state. We are the people that want everybody to grow together. You might not grow at the same space of time or speed, but at least there should be a little gap, just the way it is in Europe here. You have those who are very rich, you have those who are in the middle class, and you have those who are in the third class people, you understand? The least person in Europe here who saw the beggar can pay his mortgage for a small apartment that he can buy for himself. He can buy a car that is, you don't push the car with AC and everything. There's no job you will do in Europe that cannot guarantee you 10,000 euros loan to buy a car. And any car you buy in 10,000 euro here in Europe here is a very beautiful car, very fine car. If you convert 10,000 euro to Nigerian money, you're talking about, I don't know what to say, but just do the multiplication by yourself. You understand that you're getting a very new car. Okay. So, and you can live comfortable if you're not thinking about those who live in Africa. You can live comfortable and be okay and be happy. So this is the way this place is being rated. So that is the way we want Edo to grow up. Because when I was growing up, people used to buy a new taxi as HP, we call it hire purchase, that you can pay in 10 years, 5 years, 20 years. You see, economy were booming. People buy taxi or hire purchase, struggle to pay it up, and buy the second one again. Before you know, he has about 3 or 4 or 5 taxi in Benin. That time they were using Dasun, was raining. Before 175 came in as machine, they were also using hire purchase to buy 175. Most of you don't know. I am telling you because I witnessed it. I might not be able to, I was not big enough to have a car on my own set, but I knew the process was going on. But because most of my uncles bought cars at that time. Anyway, let me not go into the prices of cars those days. Now let's start coming back to the reason why I said Okpebholo should face the reality. So instead of you continue preaching in television, telling us that Edo is shining, Edo is shining, Edo is sinking. That is the right word to say. It's not sinking, as I said before, in the pocket of those who are in power, in corridors of power. Edo is shining, or those who have been allocated funds of Edo people too. Because the money we are getting from federal allocation is 4 times, if not 3 times. No, 3 times or if not 4 times, bigger than what the previous government were using in doing those things they did in Edo State. You destroyed the Edo system. You destroyed Edo Best. It's a lot of things, So let me now reply to Ahmed Momodu from the United States, who was in ITV, ranting on ITV, saying that why is Obaseki in America or in UK outside? Oshomole is in Nigeria. I laugh when people know exactly what is going on and they start trying to play fools on us, you understand? That he's the only one having problem with everybody. He has problem, according to him, or as saying what he said, he has problem with Shaibu. He has problem with Wike. He has problem with his APC counterpart for Shoshomole. He has problem with the palace. This is what Ahmed Momodu said. I'm quoting him right now. I'm here to reply Ahmed Momodu. Okay, because I believe you live in the United States, but I have to find out. Because sometimes I don't know how people get educated these days in America or somewhere else, And I realized what my father was telling me at that time that, look, my son, I'm an intelligent illiterate. I truly believe that to be intelligent does not mean I have to go to school. But to be learned, you need to go to school. But to be intelligent, it's just a normal phenomenon as a human being. So you develop your intelligence yourself. You have someone as gift and you develop on it yourselves. And traveling and interacting with so many persons in the world enable you to achieve these goals. Now, let's start from the beginning. Obaseki came out to explain to us, with all due respect to my great house, that the conflict started from the issue of the traditional rulers' money. I won't go details. That's what happened. So Obaseki was there to govern those states, not to govern individuals. One particular family or 2 or 3 or 4 or party leaders. That's one. But I'm not here to speak about that. I know there are many pictures of mine and music flowing, attacking me to a music calling us enemies of the palace, enemies of the Benin Kingdom. I don't give a shit about that because I know my mind. I know what I say every time and I can defend myself anytime, any day, in any democratic society, in any democratic gathering, I can defend myself. Now, let's go on. That was a problem we have with our big house. They said he betrayed the big house because he stole the idea of the big house. That was the second point. The first one was the traditional rulers' money that was becoming a problem during the time of Obaseki, 2 years before he left office. Okay. The second one was the issue of MOA, Benin Royal Museum, which they claim that the money that they brought was diverted to be used from Benin Royal Museum was diverted to MOA. That's what they said, yet to be confirmed or to be proven in court. Now let's go to the issue of APC. Obaseki cried out. Obaseki spent almost 3 years in the APC without any problem. And they were all laughing and drinking together, everything. Don't also forget that Obaseki assisted Oshomole to become a governor. And Oshomole told us when he was campaigning that the brain behind his success is Obaseki. That was a man that did pro bono for 8 years as economic leader of Oshomole without collecting a dime, a salary. Let anybody come out in Nigeria and tell me that he worked for the federal government for 4 years, he was not paid, and he did not request any amount. If anybody comes out, I will respect that person. Okay, that's 1. 2, then when it was coming a time for him to be re-elected, they tried to push him. They pushed him away, and they were now selling us bad market. They formally told us that was a bad market that is now a renewed and repented serpent to us, which was, I'm not saying it's a serpent or a bad person, but this is what the words that Oshomole used for us at that time, which is Ize Iyamo, our very good pastor. So, Ahmed Momodu, I'm explaining this to you to see how Obaseki has problem with these lions and tiger in Edo State. And there's a video I will play for you later, okay? Then which one will I answer again? Shaibu was not, it did not believe. At least Shaibu stayed with him for 4 years as a deputy. If he has no confidence and does not believe in Obaseki, he would have not passed from APC to follow Obaseki to PDP. That was a very big risk. Without even knowing that he would get a chance to stay as a vice governor. Don't also forget that when Iyama and the rest were all debating for Obaseki to have a ticket as a governor in PDP, a condition was given to Obaseki that they would not allow him to come with Shaibu, that they needed to give him somebody that would vice him. So if Obaseki was a traitor, he would have accepted it and moved on. But he said, without Shaibu, no deal. If I'm lying, the things are there to be proven. Shaibu, Tanto you will see this video in YouTube. Replica me that, just say, tell me that you are lying. That they did not tell Obaseki that he should not bring you to PDP as vice governor. That he refused. He said you must be there with him. Meaning two of you were best of friends. He never betrayed you. At that time, you were very loyal to him. Okay? So, let me go for the second version. Wike. What was the problem between Wike? Ahmed Momodu, listen to me very carefully because we were talking a lot of things today that I did not agree to. I won't use any certain word for you, but I want to educate you. That even though when you live in the United States, you not still arrive the better state. You need to go to a bigger state. I don't know where you live in the States. So Wike, if he did not believe in Obaseki, or he did not like Obaseki was not his very good friend. For 4 years, he wouldn't have risked his life, even when he was supposed to be arrested in Benin, to come and stay in Benin to campaign for Obaseki. Because he believed in Obaseki, his capacity. Sure, Obaseki was the one, the brain behind that Buhari was taken along to all over the world when he was in APC. So when he even left APC too, he was a material for all APC governors. You will know. No Congress party you do, you don't invite Obaseki because you know he has something upstairs, right? Now we can Ahmed Momodu from US. Listen what happened to Wike and Obaseki. I will say this without fear or favor. And if I tell you, go verify. Click your YouTube, click your Google. You find out how did Obaseki fall out or how did Wike fall out with Obaseki. They are politicians, wicked that speak from left and right. You are comparing it, using it against Obaseki. That was stupidity. Now, it was when Shaibu came with his talks to PDP and said positions were not enough that were given to people who decamp with him to APC, to PDP. He threatened to withdraw his membership from PDP and take his farms out of PDP. It was in the national, it was in the news, it was in YouTube, everywhere. Obaseki did not reply yet. Wike replied Shaibu from Rivers and said, who is this small boy? Who is your father? Who are you to threaten PDP? He rained insult on Shaibu. If I'm lying, let anybody say it here. Itro, you are lying. So that more than tag Ahmed Momodu. I don't know whether he's in Facebook. Money Frederick. You understand? So, this was what transpired. Obaseki has no direct issue with Wike. When Obaseki now said, see those words that were used, those fitting words that were used against his deputy, he now wrote a letter. It was in the newspaper too. That Wike went too low. It was a disrespect on himself as a governor. If anything happens between the vice governor, my own vice governor, Wike should have at least confronted him first before directly pouring that insult on Shaibu. That is how Wike, Obaseki, fall out. If it's a different story, you could know. Say, na Morocco, they want to together, you know, gives the big one to Obaseki, Mola let me know. Or na woman that they fight, put, Mola let me know. Or na money they share, Mona, let me know. The Wike becomes the town crier for Edo State, telling all the mumus who never knew what was going on in Edo that the federal location, this, that he used the oil to build flyover. I hear you, Frederick. You understand? He built about 8 or 9 flyovers, but he was still paid 38. He couldn't even pay 27,000 naira monthly as minimum wages. While Obaseki was paying 70 before he left power. You see, that is the reason why I don't know how some people reason development or achievement of a government. They just see, like the way they are shouting for the flyover Kobai now and Sapler Road. Why salaries are not being paid? Why there's no light in the street? Why hospitals are being abandoned, not addressed? Why they close on a very big investment like this, like MOA? Why they also want to also close Radisson? So the Basavio is being closed. So they just see that flyover, they start moving. How many trucks in Nigeria can climb that flyover? I'm asking you guys. I swear, if any truck in Benin can climb that flyover, we are here now. We are here. I'll say as it's a death trap for Nigerian cars, motorists. You will be hearing trailer moving from that side, wind for ground. Now let's go on. This was the problem Obaseki had with Wike. Let me not forget the story. Now, the other one is that what happened between Shaibu and Obaseki. They were friends. He was his deputy. He believed in him and followed him to PDP. He stayed with him for 2 years without noise. Barely before 2 years to the end of the tenure, Shaibu was now wanting to be confirmed as a candidate to contest as APC candidate for governorship. Forgotten that Obaseki has promised. The same Obaseki that gave a state bearer to Tomi Anene, who was never in the same party with him, who said, look, Edo State is not made for one ethnic group or two. We are many, and we have to do it by the district. How Edo South, North, and Central. He promised the Isha that the Isha man will become the governor. Shaibu, seeing the body movement of Obaseki, that Obaseki is not willing for him to become a candidate, he started consulting secretly. Good evening, Obaseki. He started consulting secretly, indoors, fly to America, fly to France, started negotiating and meeting with even some APC allied and some PDP who does not like Obaseki. So, he was flying out of the country without the permission of the governor. We all know that now. If he was not the one that was offending somebody, have you seen 2 occasions where Obaseki refused to shake him in the public? Go and see the video. He was trying to show Obaseki refused. Because he had all the meetings he did with people outside the country and within the country. His aim and objective was becoming a governor. So because Obaseki refused him to have that motion to pass through, they followed too. So which one is Umuda inside? Amen, Mamodu. Where did you go to school? I don't know. When I start seeing degrees that they read these days, I've seen degrees that read PhD, masters, doctor, name. But we that have this common sense are more far brighter than you guys that claim to have degrees. So you just said he has problem with everybody. Why did he have problem with everybody? Dogs are meant to be one of the noise makers of animals. But dog will never back his owner. Dog will never get harsh to somebody who waits to him peacefully, try to caress him in his head. Except the dog, there are special dogs who are off heads, you understand? But when a dog sees a strange person, when he look at the way you are moving, if a dog sees somebody by 2 a.m. in the night in his compound, he will back you. So that does not mean that dog that back for nothing's sake. Do you know that goats do bite? Most of you don't know say goats and sheep, they bite. Because it's not normal for a goat to bite or a sheep to bite. But try and pursue a goat to the wall and I know route of escape, you will know that the way he chop leaf, he dey eat person hand or leg too. So that was the saga that took place with him and Shaibu. Immediately he moved Shaibu office. He was notified. He now came out with that useless video that he showed to us in the public. That he's just coming out. As you are coming in, you never knew you were not there again. You brought camera to that place there. Propaganda. I didn't work. So Ahmed, I have explained to you how Obaseki has problem with these people. Because he never allowed the lion or the tigers to invade the coffer of the Edo economy. That was the problem he has with these people. Now let's go back to the interview that was given to Okpebholo. Because there's some people should call your sons to order. Because I know Benin people. Now me know them. I know them. I grew up with Benin politics. The few one I know, when I know that from Oyegu, Abu Salio, I saw it when they were killing him, using blood to sweep his leg out of Benin. You understand? So, but Oyegu, I follow up the issue. Abu Sali, till tomorrow is the best. He never even shot. Now, Obaseki Nai struggle to free Abu Sali that died many years ago for chain to be removed from his grave. Abu Sali was chained in his grave. Oshomole spent 8 years there. He never said anything about that. Igbele just spent 8 years there. He never said anything about that. But Obaseki came, removed the chain from Ovio leg. Just all the wrong borders a bad area. You see, that Obaseki was the man that gave state burial to Anene. Prove me wrong if I'm wrong. He was also the first governor to increase the salary of traditional rulers in Edo State. How it was divided might be a problem. I want to go into that aspect. I've said I'm not interested in traditional issues. So when people come out to talk rubbish, they are not saying what is the revenue of the state government in everything Obaseki did. I want to ask you, all the companies that was established in Edo and Bende those days, how much did the government make from it? Midwestern line turned to Bende line, from Bende line to Edo line. How much did you make from it? Zero. Bende Beauty, Edo Beauty, how much did you make from inside? Zero. Sapler, this wood company where they do flush everything. How did it go? Zero. Okpebholo Cement Factory, how did it go? Zero. Rice mill in Ubiaja, how did it go? Zero. Oil refinery, palm oil refinery for Ajagbodudu, how did it go? Fuel up. How many government companies they did in Nigeria that was established that lasted 10 years or 15 years, or they even get anything? Common toll gates that the federal government opened for our federal roads. Why did OBJ close toll gates? I still remember I dated a lady that was working in toll gates in Nigeria those days. When I reached her house, now me for the relationship, I knew I couldn't maintain her because the life she was living was extravagant. She was living in a room and a parlor at that time, all rug, big television, microwave that you see that I saw here, started using in Europe here. She has it in Nigeria at that time. I don't want to mention name. And she works in toll gates. With her salary, she can't get that for years. Now, how many of you has come out to start probing Oshomole, who came to Benin with 500,000 naira? As Arambriba before who was promoted to become a tailor in Kano. He got a dual house. Now they rent one flat. He came to Benin. Yamu said it. How they assisted him. He was in the hotel. They now take him to Joromi. He's just in Joromi, where he stayed. But before someone left power, have you ever gone to see his house that they built in Iyanomo? They call it, I don't know how they call his village. Have you gone there? How many of you don't have the courage to probe Oshomole and say, look, where did you make these billions? And I want to ask you, Oshomole spent 8 years in Benin. How many companies did he establish that give money to Edo state government? Why people sacrifice? Now, a journalist asks you a question concerning insecurity, Okpebholo. You were telling him that this is sabotage. They are trying to do this because they don't want Asiwaju Tinubu to win government in 2027. Jesus Christ. You that was brought up yesterday to APC, people that the northern concourse, I will play a video to you to see how a senator or a house of rep reason about this insecurity. Then a man like you, I say you be moron. Say you be moron. And our amigo said, he said you are just 2 minutes from Bechile. And I'm me talking about with the video there everywhere. I can't insult you. Although I'm senior to you, but you are a governor, I won't insult you. You started complaining. The other day, TVC journalist came to you. You wanted to bet with a journalist, a governor of a state of 6.5 million, 5.7 million, sorry. Wanted to bet with a reporter. You said they are doing this, they did it to Jonathan. Who did it to Jonathan? Is it not the same APC? Now you are not using it. I want to ask you, are you not contesting in those states? Are you a representative of Asiwaju Tinubu in those states? So you want to use Asiwaju Tinubu just to campaign throughout the whole 4 years and achieve nonsense? Anytime they talk to you, you must refer to Asiwaju. You even confirm that Asiwaju Tinubu is more popular because of flyover in Bobai and flyover. And you want to put in this one. Now, let me roll you to my fans. Listen to what somebody from Kaduna, a senator in Kaduna, said. It will shock you all. It will shock you all. Hold on. Hold on.
The Right Honorable Abbas Tajuddin, GCOA and Ian Zazo.
They listen.
Speaker of the House of Nigerian people. I want to first of all thank you for this initiative. Mr. Speaker, which of course is giving opportunities to members representing their own people to speak for the people and speak for the constituents, for their constituents. Let me first of all, Mr. Speaker, identify as the same Honorable Ado Dogwa. Mr. Speaker, I am representing the people of Dogwa Tudunwada Federal Constituency. I am of APC extraction from Kano State.
You hear?
Mr. Speaker, I feel appropriate to mention my political identity in this very important discourse because I would not like anyone out there on the street or someone listening to me on the audio to mistake me for an opposition.
PDP.
I am not an opposition. I am a member of the APC, ruling APC in Nigeria. I am also a member, by extension, of the government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. A member of this great parliament also, which has the APC as a dominant factor. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, I have to say so because I will be speaking here today as a member of the APC, not of particular concern, but with a particular concern. An APC member, speaking with a particular concern. And the concern today, as I understand, is about the security of lives and properties.
So I'm talking about campaign.
Mr. Speaker, I have heard briefs and submissions by the relevant committee chairman here about the situation of Nigeria's security architecture. Good, Mr. Speaker, I am not out to say no to their submissions. Of course, that is what they have to report to this House. But when you are speaking, Mr. Speaker, from the point of view of Nigerian people, one must be prepared to call a spade a spade. Mr. Speaker, I am therefore prepared to say that no matter what the government does, my government, led by Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the APC government, my party, and despite all the submissions of the efforts of all security agencies that were meant here through their respective chairmen, I want to say that yes, the government is doing its best.
Its best.
The security agencies are
doing the best.
But I want to say with every sense of responsibility and without any fear of equivocation.
Their best is not good enough.
It is not good enough because
This seven you dey hear?
in Nigeria today, Mr. Speaker, it is horrific. Mr. Speaker, our security situation is tragic.
Yeah.
Mr. Speaker, the security situation, especially in the north where I come from, is devastating. Mr. Speaker, our situation in Nigeria today in the area of security is unspeakable. It's unspeakable because our people are left ravished in serious tension, fear, and desperation. All because we are lacking and reneging in our institutional and collective responsibility as a government. Mr. Speaker, the fact remains the same. And like every one of you here would say, that the responsibility of every democratic or elected government, even military governments, Mr. Speaker,
I will let him play
fundamental
to
responsibility
the point he said he want the house to be dissolved. Senate to go on recess and go to their villages and the consequences. Look at no, Okpebholo. No.
Today, in my opinion and in my views, Mr. Speaker, is like for me to quote in the words of the popular Bob Marley in his own song in those days in the 80s, when he was saying, "War in the north,
War in the south,
war in the east, and war down south." Mr. Speaker, today Nigeria is operating under a complete war against humanity. And this house must not only continue to chant slogans, move motions, take contributions from members. We must have to step up and rise up to the expectation of our own people. And that expectation must be beyond making pronouncement on the floor. Mr. Speaker, we have to step our institutional mandate. We have to step our institutional commitment and determination to protect the lives of the vulnerable people. Mr. Speaker, you rightly said in your remarks that you were in Kebbi State. As God may have it, Mr. Speaker, I went to Kebbi with you. I saw how the governor of Kebbi, who is the chief security officer of the state, speaking to the delegation of this honorable house in nostalgia, Mr. Speaker, with a very heavy heart. At a point, I would not miss to say, I will not be mistaken to say that I saw the governor weeping in the heart.
yeah.
This will be the same situation.
Listen.
Everywhere you go.
You know why I pause him? Because this man spoke at length. But if you want us to listen to it, I will accept it. No problem. His name is, but for those of you who want to go and digest this very well, his name is Ado Dogwa from Kaduna. Now he represents the House of Rep. If a man like this can speak to this way, he's even saying that he is part of the party. I'm not speaking because I'm of opposition. We might be doing our best. Our best is not good enough, D7. So stop talking about your paymaster. These guys even go. I will let you play to that extent where he suggests that the house should be closed. There's no need them sitting here enjoying themselves in Abuja while their people are dying. If you don't know, Edo has been surrounded by Fulani herdsmen and kidnappers. Then you sit down, you see his propaganda. You see the words he used. Basically was not far from what he said. Person even give you this 7 years. Now D8 they say you get. From the beginning, they wrote a very beautiful profile about you. Every day you just wake up in the morning, you sack this, you sack that, you sack this. How many of you will remember when I tell you and say, a Boston, nothing will happen to a Boston? I said it 4 days ago, Abi. I said it 4 days ago, Abi. Yes. I said a Boston will not apologize. A Boston will not pay any fine. Nothing will happen to a Boston. In short, no year on you when. A Boston is the government of Edo State. So, Suleiman, when I gave you that message, you thought maybe this man, these are frustrated old men in abroad. We know. For where old man sit down, what thing they see, small people go, they 7 stories building, you know, if you see him. I don't know why we make I explain to you very well. For a small boy to be more faster than me in the farmland, I will just bend down without wearing anything. He will be looking at my back while he will be laughing at me while I'll be walking. You hear, Suleiman? Everything that I said came to pass. Remember, everybody I said I offer 500,000. I will give you out 500,000 if it was still come out of police. And it's late because Somebody has lost his job because of Ebostone. Even when he was called, Ebostone was called, he was telling that guy that even what you are saying now, he's not aware. They should bring evidence. Already the evidence has been destroyed in the governor house. A letter was issued by the wife of the governor, different from what he was saying. A picture was shown while he was shaking Anehele. Anehele, they call it Anehele. ITV News, Benin City. I thought he was a very responsible man. I never knew it's another stomach infrastructure. But please, let me share this video. Because there are some people who are shameless. Let's hear to the point where this man said they should close the National Assembly. Go ahead, Ado.
In the south, or in the north, or in the east, or down in the west. Mr. Speaker, our governors are not only overwhelmed, it's like they cannot even do it. The responsibility of security, Mr. Speaker, of course, by the constitutional provisions, it is a sole responsibility, more of a sole responsibility to the center. I agree with whoever may say, of course, governors in the sub-nationals are also accountable and they must be held responsible for the security of lives and properties of their people. Mr. Speaker, I want to say that in virtually all of our constituencies, given the opportunity, everyone here can rise to tell you the account of what is happening.
Okay.
Mr. Speaker, it is not religious. Mr. Speaker, it is not even political.
Not political.
This fight and this menace of insecurity in Nigeria is something that does not have any identification.
No identification.
Party or one's religion or one's tribe whatsoever.
Propaganda.
It is a calculated attempt to demoralize Nigerian state. And if care is not taken, Mr. Speaker, even for those of us who take politics more seriously, we'll have a very big question to answer at the end, because it is like this unnecessary insecurity going on. This is a high level of conspiracy targeting our political processes. As we're approaching 2027,
okay,
Mr. Speaker, we will all be expected to have a peaceful conduct of our polls.
Okay. For where?
How do you have that if our communities, local communities, are plunged into crisis?
Into crisis.
Into kidnappings in the churches, in the mosque, even down in the oil-producing area, which
Data.
is economic live wire. Production of oil, crude oil, is being unfortunately undermined by militia groups. So it is like a collective thing that we must put our hands on deck and call whoever is responsible, sir, to order. Order, order, and order.
Order.
And this house must not take for granted that we are not part of the government. If the government is wanting,
everybody should be interested about the safety of everybody in Nigeria.
We have to look inward to ourselves and see what more of oversight functions, like some members have said, are we going to make? Are we going to provide? Mr. Speaker, we can even declare legislative emergency.
You hear?
Close the house.
Close the house.
Who are you legislating for? What laws are you making when the country is running in blood? The country.
Make I stop you there to go. You know why I waited for you to play that thing? He said, who are the legislates? You just go to church, you start dancing like this. Praise the Lord, single. Praise the Lord. Carry those are the destroyers of Benin, and they are hailing you. You see, I dare here. I just told you that it's Upper Circuit that removed the chain of a man that did not commit any atrocity in Edo. He was chained to death. Abu Sali was chained to death. Most of you don't even know now. You are hearing for the first time that Abu Sali grave, they chain him. Now Upper Circuit removed the chain after consulting with Buhari. Then yet, anybody, I continue to say it, all of you that is involved in this shameful act in Edo State, that pretends to be assisting Edo, that pretend to be showing dignity for Edo, but inwardly, you are fighting for your stomach. People eat porch. Or tap, neither money go be for belly. All of them will sick till you die. Most of you will be swelling up in your leg. If you are a woman, even at 70, you'll be seeing your period without, will drive for your life. Because Edo, within a year, has lose 6 years fame. 6 years. That will totally advise back. You bring up a party or a governor in a state where he's inside a car that has no brake, no jar, no sense. And you said it yourself. I did not call the APC, no jack, no plate, no thing. That is zombie government. That would do so. And most of the those are clapping for him because they are getting their share there. They don't care. They don't care. The next thing you do, like you give any money to any black boy, you go buy Lexus, 5.7 million, 10 million. The next day you go buy a zoo at here, be a zoo, one of the drink for club. Boom! They will spray money for woman yash for club. That is their aim and objective in Edo. They don't care. So I continue saying it. Let anybody come and tell me how many government is doing business in Nigeria. How many government is doing business in Nigeria that will succeed? It can't succeed, black man. You know how many videos I've seen? People came from abroad to open common poultry. All 20 workers working there. 20 of them take 20 eggs home. Every day, stealing eggs from the company. How will the person paid and succeed in that company? We've seen the hotels. Somebody in a hotel, this is a guest house, in Lagos. People will lodge a guy, paying almost by 800,000 every day for fuel. At the end of the day, they cannot make 3 million in a day from the hotel. But the manager will be building house. Come on, your own brother, you send her money, make they do something for Nigeria. You don't see the explanation fully. Your mama, the same thing. How much more government property? So anybody that is telling us to do business in government, they be more, they know nothing. Not even in abroad, they do business. Government don't do business in abroad. Let anybody come out and tell me any company in abroad is owned by state government or federal government. In the whole 27 countries in Europe, no single one, apart from ministries. The biggest industries in Italy here is owned by private people. This Ajip you are hearing, Ajip in Nigeria, is owned by Matteo. I've forgotten his name now. The full name is called Matteo. He died on helicopter crash in Italy here. He was the owner of Ajip, one of the largest cement city here. Estate when he built here, you go wrong. Now one person. So Matigalia, now one person. Two brothers shot. Toxic suit. Rossetti, the one that built this offshore drilling machines, everything for Nigeria. Is in Italy here, Rossetti. The only three in the world that build that thing in the world. All the companies you see in Nigeria from abroad, they are all private, no government. What the government do is to give them incentives, create an avenue for them to strive. When the company is having problem economically, the government will come and rescue them with money. Do you know how many companies in Italy here that was bankrupting? Do you know how many times we uplifted the standard of Alitalia? We could no longer do it. Then they have to let it to bankrupt and was sold. Now we now have what we call Ita Air now. Not Alitalia is not existing anymore again. It was even shares. So another thing that the government operator is post office, and yet it has been, it's a share now also too. Post office in Europe here, they deal with telecommunications, they do with banking, they give loans, they do housing, apart from posting letter. But the one who create in Benin, the post office will create in Benin. Go and look at it. Go and look at it. Can anybody tell me that you can send a letter to Benin now, it will arrive in Benin? For where? Now, expert, that's rider private, not be the operator for Nigeria. Stupid people come out in television and be telling me what is the government is sold all private or government parties to his colleagues. Are they maintaining it? If it is his colleagues, are they maintaining it? Did they employ Nigerians? Did they employ the other people? Is the company progressing? If more was existing to the let's assume Obaseki owns all these properties, at least he did it in Benin. Which was someone pay for Benin? Apart from that mason, that mighty house, the university is government. Now the salary there, now the manager, no. When we look at wake up from the slumbers, Bible, somebody interview you, you say that propaganda, they are doing it to sabotage Asiwaju Tinubu for no winning 2027. Did you hear what Ado said? A representative from Kaduna sending a sound message to you all that you are not even fit to be a governor with this kind of situation. I don't pray for you, but one day, until they attack you in your car, before you will know that the door is not safe anymore again. Do you know how many tickets was cancelled this December? Those who came to Benin, who are coming now, who will come, are coming because they have no alternative not to come. And I'll be saying it. Let us be very careful to watch how many houses are on sales in Benin. How many houses are on sales in Benin? Any small people twist it to a different thing. I see one madman now. There's another madman now. See shouting. Let me just show you that fire I live. There's one madman now. Hold on. I saw it on Facebook today. Hold on. I saw him shouting. Shouting on this thing on social media. Wait now, where? See him. See him. See him.
I'm giving you 48 hours.
See him.
I'm giving you 48 hours to go and apologize to the king of the Benin Kingdom. We adopt people.
You hear him?
And we bring your father here.
You hear him?
You understand? I'm giving you 48 hours
You hear him?
to apologize to the king of the Benin Kingdom and to apologize to
You hear him?
the Benin people.
There was one journalist who interviewed Frank Irabor on the issue of the slap that double thief gave to Albert in London. Irabor denied that he's not aware. He said he's not aware, but we're not aware. Governor was aware. He was receiving governor office. All the people in Benin were aware. Only you was not aware as a secretary. Let's assume that. I hope you will see this one again now. You will not say you're not aware of this again, Abi. And this man that is raking here now, he does security job in the same UK that this young man is living. He did not take legal actions over there. He flew to Benin where illegality is accepted, where hooligans are being given a gift and how do I call it, ranks and positions, honors, Benin becomes a place where the worst strive more than the most intelligent and those who are hardworking in the state. This is what somebody is saying openly, gathering all the fools in this area who he might have given one Coca-Cola, one bottle of any key or beer in the street there, sitting behind him and saying, he should come. Look, I want to say it again and again and again and again. I'm not in support of anybody that will do anything to disrespect any of his seniors. I'm not in support of that. But what I'm saying is that, how come is this riffraff are the one now speaking on behalf of the great house? We have more than 700 chiefs and subjects under our big house. Children and family are more than 800. Relatives, workers. Why are they not speaking? You know why? Because they knew, probably they knew it's not it is not the best way to answer or to go after issues like that. So these people that are making this noise, you are disgracing we as Edo people in the public. Take your actions legally. You can even take it traditionally. I don't think anybody from the palace there will summon anybody in Benin there, that a bona fide Benin man there will not go answer peacefully. But carry somebody from his house without his knowledge or anything at all, it is kidnapping at the same time. And I do hope people will take note of that to destroy the person's house who do that kidnapping too. Enough is enough. We will face the reality. Face governance. Leave Obaseki alone. You are not seeing from now to 3 years. You won't see Obaseki. That one is very short banker. And none of you have the capacity in Edo or in Nigeria or in the States to request or ask for extradition of Obaseki, because people have no points of extradition of him. Who would Tinubu that is not even have any good record in America? How many countries were the only 2 countries you can speak to is America? No other country can try it. You understand? Because I know if people want to do it, they can do it the way Buhari did it too with the Nadekanu. But I think Obaseki is bigger than that. He's smarter than you all. So I leave you all. Go ready for gets it. I don't know what is wrong with my network. I have network, I have ideas in the house. It's always tripping off. But all the same, I beg those of you who know Okpebholo should tell him to do his job. Because those who are not here Benin, make an ask from our friends who think they take on me. Because I used to remember when my mother was telling me that he was outside one day. A woman was trying to go and sell her goat in the market as Odegbe. Odegbe means goat that has already delivered, that is pregnant, you know. Benin call it Odegbe. You used to and they can't tell us, this goat never reach. Because they say, no, they go buy. Yeah, things not easy these days. So he said, you see, they outside when they use cane, they beat and cause they no rich money. You understand? So I will not stay too long. But I still have pending issues. So $250 million investment, we are still waiting the MOU. When I use MOU, take shout, basically shout. But on a 4 MOU, I don't sign now. We don't see anyone. The only MOU that did not work in Benin, that delayed, that did not work, the Obaseki late was Gelegele. The rest, boom, all work. Straight. So, when I do well, as I tell remove food for Benin people mouths for this December. Because if MOA was to be existing by this December, Benin would have been a booming place. The whole Nigerians would have been in Benin City. Money would have been going on there, investment and everything. Hotels would have been filled up. Taxi would have worked. People would have been selling food everywhere. The Benin would be booming. You destroy the light in Benin. You destroy the revenue collecting system in Benin. You destroy the health system in Benin. You destroy the system of education in Benin. You are just serving your paymasters for nothing's sake. I leave you all, and may God bless everybody as you will try to see to the reality that is going on in our state. As I said before, none of you are more Edomo than me. Okay, I love my state. I love my people. You understand? So they said we are in the payroll of Obaseki. I'll be saying it every day. If you give me money, I go take. Because I've worked for more than 8 years. But I have never asked or contact Obaseki for money one day. And I'm not against anybody who want to contest Obaseki's government. But you must do it with proofs and evidence. Not propaganda. Not with sentiments. Like Afeba is doing it. Saying rubbish. Saying rubbish. He's saying rubbish on television. So please, my message today was to that man, Amen Momodu from America, who said why was Obaseki having prayer to everybody? Who said why is Obaseki not coming to Nigeria to come and ask that questions? From who? From who? From who? For the lions and the tiger. Somebody was able to slap somebody in UK. Then I don't kind of classic complex in there for Benin. Who are all them? The same people that went to the UK palace and drive everybody from the palace to make a festival, destroyed the plate and up to the Pandaria mortar, everything. They destroyed all. Petition was written to the police headquarters. Not till tomorrow. It's 3 years now. No reply. Maybe 2 years. No. But between the last year happened, yes. No reply. So I beg, Mona de una lane, or Obaseki de lane. He has served the Edo State people, but prosperity will remember him. Now, everything I tell you now, you don't want to talk and say, all of them will remember them as you want to remember Ambrose Ali. May God bless you all for being here with me. I might be here tomorrow or next. I thank you all, and God bless you all.
Now we don't hear from Pahitro. Let us know what you think for comment section. If you never subscribe to Dan ARG YouTube, try make you subscribe so that make you for the hear all the things wey dey happen for Nigeria. Make I leave you with this video, make you help us share them. Thank you for watching Dan ARG YouTube.